Lord Jehovah Elohim, Jehovah Bara, Jehovah Yahweh has spoken. The Lord took me to Israel, and then He showed me a Shabbat day. In Jerusalem on Shabbat is totally quiet, totally no movement. And it was a day when the streets are totally vacated. And then the Lord said, look. So when I looked up, I saw 4 aircraft in the clouds up there, and they are going together. And the day was a Shabbat day. Nobody had come out. Then the Lord said, by voice aloud, this is the day when the Messiah was born. There is a serious war coming between Israel and the enemies of God, the enemies of Israel. And I see 4 Israeli aircraft, 4 of them, too high. The Lord made sure they were above the clouds. They were going. There is a serious war about to break out in Israel. The rapture is near. The Messiah is coming.
Breaking news story that Israel has launched a preventative attack against Iran.
Well, right now the Israeli army has confirmed that it has launched what it calls a preemptive attack against Iran. It has declared a state of emergency throughout the country and asked citizens to be close to a shelter.
At 0710 local time, a Tomahawk missile erupts from the deck of the USS Spruance and starts screaming towards Iran. The next cell fires, then the next, then the next. The largest American military operation since the 2003 invasion of Iraq has just started.
Breaking news, Israel has launched strikes on the Iranian capital of Tehran.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Explosions rocked multiple cities across Iran, including its capital, Tehran. And now we're getting reports of explosions in Gulf Arab countries hosting U.S. military bases. A video now of an explosion in Bahrain. Officials say a missile hit the service center of the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet in the country.
Tonight, Donald Trump says Iran's supreme leader is dead.
Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead.
Everything Israel with ILTV.
Iranian officials have confirmed the death of Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei.
Israel waited for a rare opportunity to target Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei and his top advisors, leading to the unusual broad daylight airstrike. According to reports, 30 bombs were dropped on the compound. Iranian state media confirmed Khamenei was killed in the airstrikes that destroyed his compound in central Tehran.
Benjamin Netanyahu said he was killed in a powerful strike on his compound in Tehran.
For 3.5 decades, this tyrant dispatched terrorism across the world, made his own people miserable, and worked constantly and tirelessly on a program to annihilate the state of Israel. That plan is there no longer.
This was a daylight strike based on a trigger event
conducted by the Israeli Defense Forces, enabled by the U.S. intelligence community.
The CIA had been tracking the Ayatollah for months, down to his daily routine. The White House releasing images of President Trump monitoring the attack in real time from Mar-a-Lago. The president today saying the Ayatollah was having breakfast at the time of the attack and thought he was safe because it was broad daylight. Trump says 49 leaders were killed in the strike, the Ayatollah's wife reportedly among the dead.
To the great proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand.
Iran is being pounded, attacked for a third day. The military might of the United States focused upon degrading the country that it portrays as the nexus of evil.
The skies over Iran black with smoke, its ballistic missile infrastructure and arsenal steadily blowing up. This, an army facility in Tehran. In Miravan, an intelligence site obliterated. And here, the wreckage of a building where Iran's assembly of experts were meeting to decide the next supreme leader.
This stadium leveled, targeted as an enemy stronghold. At sea, this drone launcher blown to bits by the US. While in the sky, an Israeli F-35 takes down an Iranian jet. Israel's first dogfight in 40 years.
The US striking more than 1,200 targets in the first 48 hours. Explosions ripping through neighborhoods in Tehran. B-2 stealth bombers dropping 2,000-pound bombs on underground facilities. The strikes targeting Iranian ballistic missile capabilities, their missile launchers, fighter jets. Multiple Iranian Navy ships attacked, sinking into the water. Iran's Revolutionary Guard headquarters destroyed. US B-1 long-range bombers taking off in the darkness, striking missile systems deep inside Iran. Iran unleashing a deadly barrage of missile and drone attacks on US bases and countries in the region. Retaliation for the Supreme Leader's assassination.
And that war involves the missiles that have copper tail, copper. Their tail have fins that are standing, their fins standing, copper tail that go and strike a nuclear power station, nuclear facility at the foot of a mountain in a desert in Iran. And since then, I have identified that power station to be Natanz nuclear power station in Iran.
The country's nuclear site at Natanz has been hit.
Breaking news, Iran's Natanz nuclear facility was hit during the latest US and Israeli military operations against the country. Iran's ambassador to the UN nuclear watchdog confirmed the attack.
Iran unleashes 21st wave of attacks, and this time, Tel Aviv felt every single one. Kyber ballistic missiles, cluster warheads, opening mid-air and raining down across 8 kilometers. Iron Dome couldn't keep pace. David's Sling couldn't keep pace. 2,000 drones, 600 missiles, and Iran is still counting. Israel's coveted shield is cracking.
Iran has responded with attacks of its own. This a strike on the Israeli town of Beersheba.
Regrettably, a direct ballistic missile strike from Iran killed at least 9 people and counting in the city of Beit Shemesh in Israel, with dozens injured.
Iran's revolutionary guard said that they had launched around 40 missiles at U.S. and Israeli targets on the 5th day of the war. Iran's revolutionary guards have also claimed that they have full control of the Strait of Hormuz, and any vessels seeking to pass through the waterway risk damage from missiles or stray drones.
Breaking news, the U.S. consulate in Dubai has been hit.
Breaking news tonight, American embassies and consulates under attack across the Middle East. The new strikes tonight, the consulate in Dubai on fire after a strike. Flames and smoke pouring out of the building.
Tonight, the new strike, a drone attack near the American consulate in Dubai. Parts of the building engulfed in flames.
Iran is targeting all of these countries where US bases are situated, and the Naval Support Activity Base in Bahrain is home to the headquarters of the US Navy's 5th Fleet.
This is Fujairah Oil Refinery in Saudi Arabia, one of the biggest oil storage sites in the Middle East. Oman was also hit, a drone smashing into Duqm commercial port. This is the broadest war the region has ever seen.
In Kuwait, 3 American fighter jets were shot down by Kuwaiti air defences. The conflict has touched Saudi Arabia for the first time, debris sparking a fire next to a giant oil refinery. The country has also said it shot down 2 Iranian fighter jets. Iran has launched attacks in Bahrain, in Dubai, and in Abu Dhabi.
Another country is dragged into war. Azerbaijan under drone attack at the airport and near a school. But the leaderless nation's attack on Bahrain, undeniable. My God! One of the biggest refineries in the Middle East engulfed.
This is a conflict that is widening and which may escalate. But the effects of this war may ripple for generations to come. Israel has launched a huge assault on Lebanon, targeting Hezbollah, a group funded by Iran which attacked northern Israel.
Lebanon is paying the price of an expanding war with Iran. Israeli strikes hitting the country again and again. Israel says the strikes are in response to rockets launched by Hezbollah. Rockets sent in response to the assassination of Iran's supreme leader. Dozens of people have been killed, and the death toll is rising. Israel says it targeted more than 70 Hezbollah facilities, including weapons storage sites.
An Iranian drone attack near the main terminals of Dubai International Airport temporarily suspended operations this morning. Black smoke could be seen above the airport terminal following a loud bang. The main passenger hub, Terminal 3 at DXB, was hit by a drone, resulting in that to be evacuated. In fact, the airport was hit by a second attack in the early hours of this morning.
This video is actually inside the Dubai airport. You can see smoke filling the airport floors. Scary moments there. People were evacuated from inside the airport. The Kuwait airport also struck, and this affected so many people who were traveling to or through the Middle East.
The Kuwait airport shut down after a drone strike.
Zayed International Airport in Abu Dhabi was also hit last night.
More than 12,000 flights have been canceled across the Middle East due to disruptions caused by the war between the U.S., Israel, and Iran.
The fallout is affecting global air travel in the Middle East. Flight maps show the airspace over Iran completely empty after those airstrikes in that region. Israel, Iran, Iraq, and Jordan have all reportedly closed their airspaces. Flights to those countries have been halted in several European countries, even Russia halting flights there.
Welcome back to CBS News 24/7. Thousands of flights disrupted, several airports closing airspace.
Multiple countries in the region, including Iraq, Jordan, Israel, Iran, and the UAE, have officially closed their skies to all civilian traffic. Major carriers, including Air India, Indigo, have suspended all services to Tel Aviv, Amman, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and other Gulf hubs.
The Lord took me to Israel, and then He showed me a Shabbat day. You know, in Jerusalem on Shabbat is totally quiet, totally quiet. The Lord showed me Shabbat in Jerusalem. There was no movement, totally. No movement. Totally no movement. And Shabbat. You know, right now in Jerusalem on Shabbat, total, everything comes down, stops. And then the Lord said, look. So when I looked up, I saw 4 Israeli Air Force aircraft leaving. Very high up, very, very high, extremely high. I see them going to war. They are going together. And the day was a Shabbat day. Nobody has come out.
At about 8:15 Saturday morning, air raid sirens blared across Israel. Moments later, reports of a massive, coordinated U.S.-Israeli preemptive strike on Iran. Explosions were reported across Tehran and multiple military sites.
Fire and destruction across the Middle East this Saturday after the U.S. and Israel unleashed a massive joint strike on Iran.
The Iranian state media confirmed that Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei was killed on Saturday in U.S. and Israeli airstrikes.
Thick plumes of smoke drifting across Tehran on Saturday morning as President Trump announced the start of strikes against the Iranian regime.
Hi, Shabbat Tov, everybody. What a Shabbat. It's been many sirens. We had many warnings. I was about to go to synagogue and all of a sudden sirens. It's actually kind of strange because, you know, we got warnings on the telephone. Obviously, we don't touch telephone on Shabbat, but they make a loud sign if it's just on anyway. So we knew something was seemingly to happen. The sirens came on and it was pretty much, there was warnings the whole day. And wishing you all a Shabbat Tov V'rach.
Shalom, my friends, from here in Israel. It's been a really long day, really intense day. And we've spent the whole day in and out of bomb shelters. What are things that we've heard overhead today? We have seen rockets overhead. We've heard a lot of booms. These are huge ballistic missiles, like huge ballistic missiles that one missile could take down many buildings. The timing of this, because God has his timing, and it's not by chance that the Shabbat before Purim, that America and Israel are taking down the threat to the free world, to Israel, to America, Shabbat mornings. We don't bring our phones with us or anything, because on Shabbat we don't drive, we don't use our phones. So in Israel right now, we are basically living from siren to siren. And we had guests over for Shabbat, and our friends actually don't have a shelter. So we have, like, I don't know if you hear, we have like a lot of kids here. And we had friends over for Shabbat lunch. And and their son is in the army. He was home for Shabbat and he was called up. And so he had to return to base in southern Israel. He had to go back, and so in the middle of the Shabbat table,
there is war coming to Israel. I've seen 4 aircrafts, 4 going together, very high up above the clouds, above. High, really high. And that day was the Shabbat day.
Pilots and members of the Israeli Air Force are currently in a formation above Iran's path to attack historic targets. We are in the midst of a campaign aimed at removing an existential threat to our state. We wish you, citizens of Israel, a safe and quiet Sabbath.
Then the Lord said, look. So when I looked up, I saw 4 Israeli Air Force aircraft leaving. Very high up above the clouds, above. Very high up above the clouds, above. High, really high. The Lord took me to Israel, and then He showed me a Shabbat day. In Jerusalem on Shabbat is totally quiet, totally no movement. And it was a day when the streets are totally vacated. And then the Lord said, look. So when I looked up, I saw 4 Israeli aircraft, 4 of them, too high. The Lord made sure they were above the clouds. They were going. There is a serious war about to break out in Israel. The rapture is near.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran.
Tonight, Donald Trump says Iran's supreme leader is dead.
Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead.
Iran is being pounded, attacked for a third. The military is focused upon degrading the country that it portrays as the nexus of evil.
That war involves the missiles that have copper tail, Their tail have fins that are standing. They have fins standing. Copper tails that go and strike a nuclear power station, nuclear facility at the foot of a mountain in a desert in Iran. And ever since then, I have identified that power station to be Natanz nuclear power station in Iran.
Breaking news, Iran's Natanz nuclear facility was hit during the latest U.S. and Israeli military operations against the country. Iran's ambassador to the UN nuclear watchdog confirmed the attack.
drone attack near the main terminals of Dubai International Airport. The main passenger hub, Terminal 3 at DXB, was hit by a drone, resulting in that to be evacuated. In fact, the airport was hit by a second attack in the early hours of this morning.
Multiple countries in the region, including Iraq, Jordan, Israel, Iran, and the UAE, have officially closed their skies to all civilian traffic. Major carriers, including Air India, Indigo, have suspended all services to Tel Aviv, Amman, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and other Gulf hubs.
There is war coming to Israel. I've seen 4 aircrafts, 4 going together. And that day was the Shabbat day.
At about 8:15 Saturday morning, air raid sirens blared across Israel. Moments later, reports of a massive, coordinated U.S.-Israeli preemptive strike on Iran. Explosions were reported across Tehran and multiple military sites.
Hi, Shabbat Tov, everybody. What a Shabbat. It's been many sirens. We had many warnings. I was about to go to synagogue and all of a sudden sirens. It's actually kind of strange because, you know, we've got warnings on the telephone. Obviously, we don't touch telephone on Shabbat, but they make a loud sign if it's just on anyway. So we knew something was seemingly happening. The sirens came on and it was pretty much, there was warnings the whole day. And we should get all the Shabbat Tov Brach.
Then the Lord said, look. So when I looked up, I saw 4 Israeli Air Force aircraft leaving. Very high up above the cloud, above. Very high up above the cloud, above. High, really high.
Prepare the way. The Messiah is coming.